An epic poem is a lengthy, narrative work of poetry. These long poems typically detail extraordinary feats and adventures of characters from a distant past. The word epic comes from the ancient Greek term epos, which means story, word, poem. The elements of an epic poem are: a hero of legendary proportions, adventures of superhuman strength and valor, multiple settings, involvement of the supernatural, epic style of writing, omniscient narrator. Characteristics of epic: invocation to the muses and proposition of the subject matter in the beginning. A central hero of Superman quality who fights for national or collective interest. Involvement of supernatural elements, also known as machinery. A long perilous journey, often on water. An underworld journey. Lofty language and high style. Homeric similes. Mighty battles. Long speeches. Feasts and revels. Glorification of justice and peace. Types of epic. There are two types of epic: 1. Primary or oral epic, and 2. Secondary or literary epic. Homer's Iliad and Odyssey are primary epics. Virgil's Aeneid and Milton's Paradise Lost are secondary epics. A primary epic is a type of epic through which the epic tradition was evolved. The secondary or literary epic is the epic which followed the tradition of the primary epic. In a primary epic, the episodes taken from the oral tradition are linked with one another to make a longer story. For this reason, a looseness in the construction is noticeable. In a secondary epic, such looseness is not found. A primary epic displays savage and crude heroism, but a secondary epic shows a more refined taste. In a primary epic, supernatural elements are very significant, but in a literary epic, they are not so significant. Examples of epic poetry. Mahabharata. This is an ancient Indian epic and the longest poem ever written. It is attributed to Vyasa. It tells us about the Kurukshetra war and also has divine and philosophical material. Iliad. It is an ancient Greek epic poem attributed to Homer. Set in the Trojan War, it describes the Battle of Troy, Ilium, one of the most significant events in Greek mythology. Odyssey. It is an ancient Greek epic poem attributed to Homer. It was probably written around the end of 8th century BC. The poem is about a Greek hero, Odysseus, and his journey back to Ithaca, his home after 10 years following the fall of Troy. Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is an epic poem of the 17th century written by John Milton. It tells about the temptation and fall of Adam and Eve. Classical epic poetry recounts a journey, either physical or mental or both. Epics also tend to highlight cultural norms and to define or call into question cultural values, particularly as they pertain to heroism.